Hi, my name is Imani, and this is Normish. This is my podcast. Um, it's called Normish. And this is kind of just a little bit of like an introduction of who I am and why I even started Normish and um, what the journey for this will look like, possibly what I hope it will look like. So this is a completely um, audio driven podcast. It'll probably maybe morph into something more than just, audio. Um but for right now it's completely just you listen and the reason why I made that choice is because I really wanted it to be like a low how do I describe it? Like kind of like low attention kind of channel. I don't want it to be like something where you have to sit down and stop your life to watch. Not that anybody's really going to be doing that because it's not like this podcast is big or anything, and this is literally the first episode. Anyway, point is that I wanted it to be very like easy to have me playing in the background. So if you're, you know, I don't know, frying up yourself a little omelet for your morning brekkie, or you're I don't know, you're hitting the town and you just need something to listen to because you got like a 25-minute drive out to downtown from wherever you are, or literally whatever you're doing. Like if you're going for a run and you want something to listen to, turn me on, Like just listen to Normish and see how that plays out for you. So, all that aside, um so this is like my first podcast. I've never like done anything like this before. I'm hoping that it'll become very natural and that it'll pick up in a way that feels very normal. Funny, because this is a place where not anything's normal. Anyway, you get it. Um, yeah, I do want it to pick up and become a very normal thing in my life. Um, yeah. Okay, so um, yeah, like I said before, my name is Imani. My name is Imani Harris. That's my full government first and last name. I currently live in Coon Rapids, Minnesota. I originally was born in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and grew up um, within that area for like a chunk of my life up until I moved to Blaine for about 2 years, and then I moved back to Minneapolis, and then I moved here officially. Um, I roommate at a friend's parents' house. It's kind of a long story, but um, in short, this is where I reside up until I leave in February for school, which I will be attending AMDA, which is the American Musical and Dramatic Academy, the New York campus, not the LA campus, but the New York campus. I'm kind of excited, kind of nervous, um, kind of everything, scared, um, I don't know, scared, terrified, um, ready for something new, ready for change, ready to be completely independent, ready to live out my dreams, but also like I have no clue what any of that's gonna look like. Like I can only like imagine what life is gonna look like if I, you know, move out to New York and I don't know, pursue whatever the hell I'm trying to get to. Um, yeah, I'm going for musical theater as my major. Do I have any of my classes yet? No, I do not. Why I'm not in school right now and it's definitely like the end of October, because I chose to go to the spring semester or to be a part of the spring semester or to enroll in the spring semester. Let me use real grammar. I enrolled for the spring semester um because I literally was planning on going to an entirely different school up until like what, 5 6 months ago. More than that probably now. Um, I went to like this big competition, which is like the CS Music competition convention, and it was based in San Francisco when I went. Um, um, yeah, and then I got this like huge scholarship, which honestly I could talk about that scholarship in this school. There's some interesting stuff. But I did get this huge scholarship, and I was like, yeah, if this isn't the sign to try to do something with my talents and my dreams the way that I wanted to, then I don't know what is. I originally was gonna go to the University of Minnesota Duluth for vocal performance and kind of study up on like vocal pedagogy and like more of the teaching aspect of music and doing more like operatic studies and like all that jazz. And it just wasn't necessarily what I wanted to do. It was just what I kind of settled to do. Um, because I was in a place where I was like, what else am I good for? You know what I mean? Like, what else can I actually really, what else can I actually do right now? Like, I don't know. I basically gave up on my dreams before they even started. It's sad, but we're gonna try to do something with it, and if all fails, there's a nice cottage somewhere in the greenery of Scotland or something waiting for me, and I can just live out my days off the grid. I can't say I'll live off the grid and like literally just expose my plan like that. Anyway, um yeah, right now I'm sitting on my bed in my room, and honestly, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. It is a vibe. I mean, I've got this like tiny little mic that I'm speaking into, so I have no clue what this sounds like. It might sound like gibberish, it might sound like I'm blowing out the mic right now. No clue. Um, but just to give you like a visual of where I may be, I'm sitting in my room on my bed in my oversized sweatshirt and this little mic that I got from a friend. And I'm telling you about my life. So I really hope you're still here. Um just I guess engaging in my random rambling. But yeah, I mean that's kind of my life right now. That's kind of what I've been doing so far. I've been working a lot. I work as a childcare assistant for Adventures Plus. Um and it's good. I know that I don't want to be like an official babysitter or like a nanny or anything like that, but I mean it's a pretty good job. I mean, as someone who has a very short attention span like I do, it works out well for me because I mean these kids are everywhere all the time. But yeah, that's what I do for most of my days. Just go to work and come home and clean and contemplate life and like what I'm gonna do with it. Um, hang out with my boyfriend. I do hang out with my boyfriend a lot. Don't get on me, okay? I got little to no friends, but I'm okay with that. Okay, like I'm an introverted human being. I'll be honest. I do really enjoy like being alone and not having like a bunch of like different activities to be a part of or events to go to, because in high school that's all I ever did. I was always like here and there and just it's too much for me personally. I don't miss it. I don't miss it. I loved it. I just don't miss it. That's all. So yeah. Um that's a little bit of like, you can get an idea of what kind of person I am. Yeah. This channel, this whole like podcast thing, it all started from a place of like, damn, I really want to, I guess, speak to an audience of people that maybe don't get speaken or spoken to a lot. Sorry, I said speaking. That doesn't get spoken to a lot, or it doesn't have a lot of like, I don't know, like representation of the person who, how do I say this? Like, I am someone is who's had a very very interesting and different kind of life, from, I guess, in my life, from everyone else. In my life there's a lot of people who've had very structured and like very consistent lives. I, on the other hand, did not. um I was very much moved around a lot, and I don't know, like, I've been in very interesting situations, and I'm in a very interesting situation right now, and I feel like for the rest of my life, I will always not be normal. Like, there will always be something that's a little off, or a little different, or a little interesting, to say the least. And I think it's important that that demographic gets shown a little bit more. I mean, I don't really know if anybody out there who feels the same as me, like, feels disorganized, misplaced, and just not normal, and has not experienced normal things, and you just have all these like different weird quirks about you that make you feel like you're just so out of the society that we live in. I mean, if this gets to you and you feel like this is somewhere you'd like to stay and listen, and then please be my guest, because I need something like that. I'm always on the search for it, like just finding like somebody who gets it, people that get it. And I have a lot of like really good support. I have a lot of really good people that I can talk to, and that can, like, kind of get what I'm talking about. But I feel like, if you really are in a place where you just, you've done all your reaching out, and you just feel like no one's hearing you, or you feel like you're not really connecting, or there's just something off, like there's just some part of you that just feels like you can't really integrate yourself into, like, that world. And by that world, I mean, like, you feel like you're just so separate from everything else. If you feel like you can't be a part of that, I really hope that you find some kind of connection through listening to this, and listening to me talk about life and talk about those struggles, um, and somehow, in some way, maybe feel like there's somebody out there who gets it. Not that we have to be like besties or whatever, or like you have to really identify yourself within me, or that we're like the same person, but more so that you feel comfort. Like your brain is at ease, that you can be at ease knowing that you're not alone. You're not the only person. And and that it's okay. It's okay to be strange, abnormal, anomalied. If anomalied's even, like, I know anomaly is a word, but like anomalied, I'm gonna make that up. Anomalied, outcasted, or just you just feel like you're on the outskirts of everything. Just know that that's okay. Like, that's part of who you are. Whatever that feeling is, it's a very valid feeling, and you're not crazy for feeling that way. And like, I don't know. It's just easy. It's easy to feel like there's a fault within you for feeling that way, but there isn't. That's normal, and you're human, and that's enough. So who you are is enough. So yeah, if you're feeling that way, I'm really hoping that Normish can be the place where you feel at some kind of home, you know, in some way. I don't know. Yeah. So this is Normish, and it's gonna be chaotic. It's gonna be possibly disorganized. I'm gonna do my best to stay as organized as possible, but it'll be good. So thank you for being here, and I can't wait to see where this goes for the future. So again, this is Imani, um, Imani Harris, my first and last government names, and this is Normish with me. Um, and it's unedited, uncut, raw, real, disorganized, crazy, messy, um, everything that just makes being human suck, and everything that makes being human so much freaking fucking fun. So, um, get ready to vibe. If you're not ready to vibe, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you, but that's this place. So thanks for staying, and for listening. And if you listened this far, damn, I'm impressed. Um, yeah, subscribe or don't, whatever you like to do, I'm cool with. Um, and I'll catch you on the flip side.